Hey, this is Sreehari from Mr. Phone, and in all the hype of the OPPO Reno 2, you could have easily missed this beauty. This is the OPPO Reno 2Z, and I'm sure that you're gawking at this white beauty. Now, while you do that, we're going to take the OPPO Reno 2Z out for a spin today. We're going to take a whole lot of pictures with it, play games, and a whole lot more. So without any further ado, let's jump into the video. But first things first, let's take a look at what all we get inside the box. Coming back to this phone, the chrome finish on the frame, the beautiful light refracting white looks extremely appealing. This phone does come in two colors, a darker variant is there as well, but I think this one is my favorite. The most important part of that design that I know I appreciate for sure is the flush camera housing. The seamless camera design is something we saw in the OPPO Reno earlier this year, and it has only become better. And if you look closely, under that glass back, there is also an interesting pattern of lines that becomes thinner towards the center. It adds a lot of character to the design. The small half ball sort of a thing that's here, that was also on the OPPO Reno, is actually here to make sure that when you put it on a table, it stays afloat and the back doesn't touch the ground and it doesn't get scratched easily. Also, another use that I found for it was that if you're trying to take a picture, maybe a selfie from the back camera, then you can actually frame yourself well with that little ball. The phone also comes with a case inside which looks equally beautiful with a blue finish that looks like leather, also giving it a much more premium feel. And that's exactly been the aim with Reno devices, that premium feeling starting from the box, the contents inside, the camera, the design, everything. Hey, but it's time to now read about what's happening in tech in India, and it's Twitter time. The full screen 6.53-inch AMOLED display is bright, colorful, punchy, with the front and back both made out of Corning Gorilla Glass 5. Now let me move this article to Pocket. Now for the people who have already seen my videos in the past, you know that I read a lot on Pocket, and I'll tell you why I do that. Just look how the text extends to the edges of the display. This makes the reading a super impressive experience. Watching YouTube is so much fun, especially because it's our video, and so is watching Netflix as well. Widevine L1 is here, so no worries about HD streaming either. As I've talked about before, we used to play COD at the office, but that isn't possible as of now, although I've taken a liking to PES Mobile. Now, I've played FIFA on my computer, but playing on the phone is fun, and on the Reno 2Z, it's even more fun. The full screen display is to die for, and the fact that the touch latency has been worked on makes sure that I have an easy-going experience with it. Also, the fact that you have the new MediaTek Helio P90 chipset inside the Reno 2Z, which, by the way, also makes the 2Z the first device in India to come with that chipset, and the fact that you have 8 gigs of RAM and 256 GB storage, all of which is UFS 2.1, makes sure that you don't have any lag. Talking about the favorite part of the OPPO Reno 2Z, that's the cameras. First, on the Reno 2Z, we've got the Sony IMX 586 sensor, which boasts a whopping 48 megapixels of capacity. While it takes 12 megapixel images in a standard setting, that 12 megapixel shot has 48 megapixel worth of details crammed in. It's not just one camera, but the OPPO Reno 2Z has 4 cameras. So you have a 48 megapixel standard sensor, you have an 8 megapixel ultra wide sensor, you have a 2 megapixel monochrome sensor, and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. The colors have also come out very good. And if you want, you also have the option to switch to 48 megapixels and take full 48 megapixel shots with more details than you can imagine. Just take a look at these samples. You also have ultra steady video mode with the OPPO Reno 2Z. But the OPPO Reno 2Z doesn't just do that. The ultra-wide camera can capture the whole skyline if you wish. Also, if you thought the wide-angle camera was just for wide shots of landscapes, you can take some interesting poses on it and looks very cool. You can start your Instagram influencer career maybe with this. Now the OPPO Reno 2Z can take some amazing night shots as well, and if the light is too low, you can always turn to ultra dark mode. Now that Diwali is right around the corner, I think the Reno 2Z can come in really handy to shoot some stunning low light samples. So now we come to an end of the day, and I actually started using this phone with full charge at 100%, and after all those taking of all those pictures, playing games, watching YouTube, doing all those things, we finally have come down only to 58%. So that's actually very nice. Of course, the AMOLED display is one part of it, but also the very power efficient processor makes sure that that happens. Also, you get VOOC 3.0 inside, so when you have to charge up that phone, you really do not have to worry about it because you'll get super fast speeds. So now we come to an end of this video, and I have to say that I've had a lot of fun with the OPPO Reno 2Z. The fact that you get such a premium package, but it also doesn't compromise on any other part of it, and you get all of this for rupees 29,990. And I think with the festive season coming very soon, you're right around the corner with a lot of discounts that might be coming in. I think the OPPO Reno 2Z is a very good device to look for as a buying option. Now the OPPO Reno 2Z is going to be available on Flipkart, Amazon, and also at offline retailers. There are also a few zero EMI options that OPPO is providing and a few cashbacks as well. For all those details, look in the description below. The sale for the OPPO Reno 2Z will start on 6th September. So let me know in the comment section below if any of you really like the OPPO Reno 2Z and if you're gonna buy it. But with that, I leave it to it. Thank you so much for watching. This is Sreehari from Mr. Phone with the beautiful, gorgeous OPPO Reno 2Z, and I'll catch you in the next one, but I'm gonna go home and look more at this.